My name is Pat Jorgensen, and I'm a social worker, master level social worker. I've worked with more cases than I can count of people being in physically, emotionally, or sexually abusive relationships.
I'm Kirsten, and I'm 22. As close as I remember, it was first grade, because I had just moved up to the UP from Kalamazoo, and my dad was a state trooper and my mom was the teacher, so they were gone during the day. And my mom would work late at night, and we lived in the city environment. We had the neighbors right next door, and there was 2 girls next door, 2 girls across the street, a girl behind me, and 2 girls and a boy over here, but then there was 2 older boys up the street. And we'd all play together, and parents didn't really talk to me about anything, and I think it was about second or third grade that the older boys really started to get more involved in playing with me. One of the boys is the older one, and he would write me love letters, and he would, he'd just do a quick kiss, which was fine, and I didn't really care. And the younger boy, well, he didn't ever want his brother to have something he didn't, so he would tell me that it was a game, and he said, it's a secret game, you can't tell your parents. And I thought, oh, cool, it's a secret, I can't tell anybody, it'll be our little thing. It was full intercourse, but I didn't know what it was, and he told me it was a game. I had health class in 6th grade, and it wasn't until health class in 6th grade that we talked about sex, and that's when I knew what was going on. And then I completely shut down. I stopped worrying about my grades. I started getting C's and D's. I gained weight because I didn't want the boys to pay attention to me. I didn't really take care of my body, so 6th grade I really retreated into myself. There was also a time, actually 2 years ago, I met a guy online. We were supposed to just watch a movie, and I kept telling him no, and he wouldn't stop. And so that happened, and I remember running out of his apartment when he went to use the bathroom, and got all my stuff, ran out, and started crying in my car. And then he called me the next day, and I told him to never call me again, and I never heard from him again. I've lost count of the number of times we've played the game. For years, I thought it was my fault, and that there was something wrong with me, and that nobody would ever want me ever again. And then my dad got me to say every day in the mirror that I was beautiful and that I was worth wanting and this and that, and I finally got better about it.
I would say that particularly abuse in childhood has a long-lasting impact, but even people who weren't abused in childhood who are abused as adults, it definitely has a lasting impact.
I think about it every day. Not all day, but every day. I think about what's happened to me, but I don't want to forget, because if you forget, it can happen again. And so I don't like it when people say the word rape when they're joking about it, because they just don't know. And I don't like when kids say they're just playing doctor, because it's bull. And I don't like when people say it's boys being boys when they hit girls or when they will grab them, because you just don't know. And so yeah, it affects me every day. And it affects my relationship. I have dependent disorder, where it's something about how I feel like I have to depend on everybody to take care of me, but at the same time I have a disorder where I don't want anybody to touch me. So it's really weird, because I'm mentally dependent, but physically I couldn't even hug. I couldn't hug my grandpa for a couple of years after I realized what had happened to me. The only person I would let touch me was my brother and my father. I still won't let certain uncles touch me and hug me. I can't do it.
I think in general, people are better off telling and sort of seeking help to get out of an abusive situation and move past it.
If you don't tell, it can happen to somebody else.